Well, good morning, everybody. Or should I say good afternoon? It's just after 12 noon on, what is today? Thursday. And the days have all blended together because this is the first day in 7 days in Maryland, at least where I live, that we haven't had rain. So it's sunshine, it's a beautiful day, and I'm in the basement. What a surprise. Anyway, today is going to be the debut video for Union Railroad number 3, which is the SW1500 you see in front of you, which just arrived yesterday from my friend Scott, who did a fantastic job on this locomotive. I sent him an undecorated unit and a whole bunch of parts, and this is what he has created, and it is absolute perfection. As a matter of fact, it's so good that even our friend Tina Turner has wanted to get a close-up. There's Tina. She's saying hi. Saying hi, number 3. Okay, let's get Tina to work. Today we're going to run the local, and we're just going to use number 3 because this is kind of a break-in for it. We're going to test it and see how well it does. I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised. So we're going to run the local, switch a whole bunch of industries, leave with a handful of cars, and come back with a whole bunch more. So let's get set up and see what number 3 can do. So we're coupled up to the train, which is 8 cars leaving, and I think we're coming back with like 14 or 17 or something like that. But we're going to see what we can do here. We got a lot of industry switching to do, but I think we'll be able to get through pretty well. So let's take a look and see what this little fella can do. So a little running brake test there. I don't see this as too big of a train for this engine to handle. And we'll head off to our first industry, which happens to be Grant Steel. We'll switch them out a little bit, pick up some loads, drop off a couple empties, and we'll see where we go from there. Grant Steel is tucked back here in the corner, and we're going to go in with the head car and pull 5, and then we're going to spot 2. And as with every video, or at least the majority of the videos, there is the giant hand that will make an appearance eventually. But interestingly enough, today, apparently the foreman wasn't called. And if you look down here, there's still a blue flag up. So we're going to have to call the foreman and see if he'll come out and take the blue flag down, because then we can unlock the switch and go in. So let's see if we can get a hold of the foreman here and find out what the snafu is. We're not going to complain too much about the foreman. He was a little busy, but he justified what he was doing because he was brewing coffee, and he was kind enough to bring the crew enough coffee for everybody. So he gets a pass this time. Coffee is our lifeblood, so we'll let him slide on that one. We'll take a look and see if we got these first couple cars. A little stretch. No, we did not. Hey, there's a surprise. Here comes that giant skewer I told you about. Please ignore the giant hand from the sky. Now I think we got him. Nope. I sure didn't. What in the world? One more time. Ah, we got him that time. Alright, let's get some brakes off. Get some air put in these 3 cars. And we're going to pull ahead and get 2 more out of there. And then we'll spot the 2 empties that we have in our train. Who knows, we might make it a permanent process that the foreman here brings us coffee every time we show up to give him a switch. And we'll see if we can make that deal. Alright, back into the other side, and hopefully we'll make the coupling this time. We tried to resist the urge to use the giant skewer. We'd much rather just the cars couple appropriately. Let's see what we get. Let's see, we'll give it a little stretch. Nope, what a surprise. Again, it did not couple. I don't know, maybe today's going to be one of those days where just everything doesn't seem to go right. Could be because of all the rain. Let's give it another stretch. Ah, we got him. Alright, knock some brakes off, put some air in, you know, the usual stuff. And we'll go ahead and pull these 5 and grab the empties, spot them up, and move on to Butler Refractories. Yeah, I think number 3 is not going to clear or stop short of Grant Avenue today because of the amount of cars they got pulling out. So, yeah, looks like they're going to be going across the crossing. So we'll take the opportunity to take a look at her. See how she looks going over the crossing. I don't know about you, but I think it looks pretty darn good. A little quick takeoff, but you know, I guess the engineer knows what they're doing. Let's go grab those empties and spot them up. And we're coming in with the 2 empties to be loaded. And we will set them here at the end of the track. And once we leave, we will let the foreman know that we thank him sincerely for the coffee and that we're done. He can put that little pesky blue flag back up. And we'll see him tomorrow. And since we don't want to block the road more than we have to, we're going to leave our train on the main, clear the road crossing, and we are going to just take our 1 car that we need for Butler and take it over. And that way we keep the road clear and we don't get nasty phone calls from the police. So let's go over to Butler and see what we got going on over there, because I understand there's a little bit of switching. Well, over here at Butler, according to our paperwork, we need to pull the Milwaukee Road boxcar and the little gray covered hopper that's to the left in the brown building, and we got to put that PC car into the track on the left, and then we have our 1 covered hopper that is going to stay on the lead because they can only unload covered hoppers in the building on the left. So we got a little switching to do. It won't be too terrible. I think we kind of have a plan. And let's see what we got. Nope. It's going to be one of those days. I can already see it. Let's try it again. Hit it a little harder. See if maybe we got it this time. Nope. All right. Here we go again. Figure out what's going on. Let's get everything lined up. Try it again. Oh, I think we got it that time. Son of a gun. All right, we'll be back. Well, that one required a Burr Stewart bang, but we finally got that coupled. I'm not even going to hazard a guess as to what's going to end up happening when we try to couple the boxcar up to that covered hopper over there. But we're going to take a look and see what we get. I'm certainly hoping that we have a little bit better luck for the rest of this journey, but no promises. So let's see what we get this time. Maybe, a little stretch. Yeah, we got one. Yay, 1 out of 150,000. All right, let's get these cars set out on the main, spot the other one back up, leave the other one on the lead, and move on to the next. Well, now we got Butler done. Time to run down the main and head to the next one. I think the next one's going to be Fisher Body Plant, but we'll have to double check on the paperwork and see what we're doing there. But in the meantime, here's our number 3 making its way down the road. Looking rather sharp. And upon arrival at Fisher, looks like it's pretty straightforward. 5 out and 4 in. So that CV boxcar and the trailing 3 cars down to that Sioux Line boxcar are going to go in, and we're going to pull 5 out. So I think what we're going to do this time is just pull on up and make a cut. I'm going to film this a little bit differently than I normally would. I'm just going to stay kind of as much behind the scenes as I can, as much as the couplers and giant skewers will allow me. So we'll make a cut on this, go in, grab those 5 empties, pull them out, set them out on the main, spot 4 up, and I think we're going to probably take lunch after that. Well, we have discovered our first limitation, and it is not specific to number 3. It is specific to the Athearn SW1500 model. It does not like to try to pull 16 cars. I think we are limited to about 12, so I have to do my switching a little bit differently. I had to cut the inbound cars off there at Fisher and pull the rest of the train back out on the main to lighten the load a little bit. And we're going to go back in and see if we can grab those 9 cars out of there. Now, admittedly, yes, there is some curvature involved, but I did notice that the SW1500s are a little bit light compared to the MP15s that Atlas makes. Admittedly, yes, the MP15s are a little bit larger, and they just seem a little bit heavier. Gives them a little bit more tractive effort. But what I think is going to end up happening is I'm going to pair up number 3 with probably another SW1500, of which I have a few. And once I pair him up with another one, I think that they will work very well together. And I don't think I'll have any more car limitations unless I try to go over 25 cars, then I might need a 3rd unit. But Now, switchers are light, and in the real world they're limited too on how much they can pull. So I have discovered the first thing to be addressed, and it's not the engine, it's just the way it was manufactured. So hey, look at that, we coupled this time. I'll be darned. That's 2 out of 150,000 attempts. So let's get these cars out of here, get this switched up, and I think we're going to go to lunch. We'll see if we can catch him on the way back into the yard after all the switching is done. I think he's coming back in with 17, so we might have to call out a rescue engine to double up with him, and we'll see how it goes. But we'll let you know. Well, we got set up in time for the arrival, and if I have to summarize the test train with the number 3, I'm going to say it gets a 10 out of 10. It did excellent considering what I put it through and the amount of weight some of my cars have, because I do use live loads. So my scrap cars are heavy, my hoppers are heavy. Not everything on the railroad is perfectly straight track, so that has something to do with it. And it's a light engine, but considering what's going by, it seems to be pulling this just fine with very little amperage. And we're swinging into the yard, and we're going to call it a day on this one. But anybody interested in SW1500s, I think these are a good investment. Thanks very much. Hope you enjoyed. And as always, rolling on a river. Oh, shut up, Tina. We'll see you.